Okay, are we still back? Okay. Okay, we should. I gotta figure out this math. Would it be divided by 3 divided by 17? Is that the meme, or would you do divided by? Okay, 854k total games, or total players that queued for a game. Three games a day. Does someone know what I'm trying to ask? If you have 854,000 players that queued, or times queued for a game, like so specific. Yeah, I think, okay. Okay, I think the math would be, if I'm trying to get the number that I'm trying to get correctly or whatever, right? I think it's 800, you take 854,000 times that a game has been queued, right? In the past 17 days. You divide it by 3, and this is the amount of, like, players to some extent, right? And then you divide that by 17 to do, right? Well, no, you would just do the, I'm sorry, I'm being dumb. You would just do the math of, no, that's right. Right? So if 3 players, is that right? It would be the number I'm trying to get is like some average representation of how many PvP players have queued games throughout the past 17 days. And this number to me seems accurate, but I might be, my math is terrible. I might be totally off. So, but I think this might be about right. It would make sense to me if 17,000 players have been queuing for PvP. Divided by 3, assuming that the average PvP player plays about 3 games a day. Yeah, I think this is right. Divide by 3 and then divide by 17. Yeah. So that number makes, yeah. People ask how big is PvP. That makes sense to me. 16, like 17,000-ish players queuing for PvP. I think that number is probably about right over the past 17 days. And my guesstimate, I've always said, I bet you that only 10% of players play PvP. I think very few people play PvP in comparison to like shiny hunters, PVM, money making, etc. I would bet you 10% of players play PvP. So if you multiply this number by, you know, 10, you get 100% of players. It wouldn't surprise me. That makes total sense to me. It wouldn't surprise me if we've seen about, this is like hard guesstimations, please keep that in mind, but it wouldn't surprise me if we've seen about 170,000 players over the past 17 days play PokeMMO. That probably makes sense. That's, yeah, we don't have stats on this, so these are not official stats. We're just guessing. We're just guessing based on basic logical processes. That makes total sense to me personally. I think that's pretty decent in my opinion, but I could be wrong. Yeah, that's those numbers line up to me. A lot of players. I think PokeMMO is like way more popular than people realize. When that's like PvP matches per day, don't divide by 3. But I'm trying to. But if it's 3, but 1 match doesn't equate to 1 player. I'm so bad at math. I shouldn't be. Maybe we give up. Little Pokedex. I'll do a cheeky little Pokedex check. What's up, Tom? We're at 183. Yeah, there's obviously, yeah, variations like weekend. That is true. We're just trying to guesstimate and draw averages and give my thought process, so hopefully it all lines up. I think PokeMMO is way, yeah. Yeah, the point is, I do feel like PokeMMO is like way more popular than people realize. It's not like the most popular game in the world. I feel like my sentiment is that it wouldn't surprise me, as someone who's played old school RuneScape, I would guesstimate that PokeMMO is like 1/5/1/4 of the size of old school RuneScape. That's kind of my guess, based on just guesstimations, based on market numbers, GTL, PvP stats, etc. Like my YouTube analytics, etc., etc. is another big one that I have access to that people don't. Yeah, my guess would be that if Ultra RuneScape averages 100 to 120k concurrent players, I think we probably have like 20k. It wouldn't surprise me if we have like 20k concurrent players a day, like online at one time, right? Yeah, which is still really like, that would make us like one of the most popular MMOs. And we used to use a website called MMO Stats. We used to use to track PokeMMO, but it kind of like fell off because it only uses like social media memes. Ultra RuneScape is like one of the most popular, like top 3 probably MMOs, top 5 MMOs, you know, in the world. It wouldn't surprise me if PokeMMO is in easily the top 50 most popular MMOs, which is pretty impressive. Like, it's, you know, for such a, it's often seen as a niche game. We're kind of getting it more seen as a more popular game and more respected, but I think we sometimes forget how decent, how healthy PokeMMO is doing, I would say, for a player base, in my personal opinion. Yeah, it's a little positive news for the day. Yeah, I think 20k active is somewhat of a lot for a niche MMO, you know? Is a lot for a somewhat niche. Yeah, I totally agree. That's my guesstimation. It's just guesstimation, obviously. So just my thoughts. I do think that is a perfect spot to go ahead and call it for today. Just a chill 4-hour stream, not too long, not too short. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Like the video if you enjoyed it as per usual. Dislike if not, that's okay. Give me your genuine feedback. Subscribe to me on YouTube for daily Pokemon videos. I do upload every single day. Follow me on Twitch for streams Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. Discord's down below if you're interested in that. If you want to go above and beyond and support the channel, Factor's the best way to do so this month over here. Factor, YouTube, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes if you want to sub. It's really appreciated. It does allow me to be here, not going to lie. And then, a lot of people have asked about episode 5 of the Iron Man. It is coming out this Sunday. I did a checkpoint episode this last weekend, so apologies. I know it's really honestly been beautiful how many people noticed that episode 5 didn't get uploaded, and they were like, where is it? And like, it's really beautiful. People really care about the series, which is really cool to see. So episode 5, my favorite episode so far, will come out this Sunday, and I'm working on episode 6 right now. I'll see you guys tomorrow for a Wednesday stream. Have a great day. I'll see you guys later. Peace, Areno. Right now, it's Articuno and Raikou. Good luck to you, Torres. You can also check out PokeMMO Zone in the future to see what legendaries are available. But all right. Have a good night, guys. Have a good Tuesday night. Is it Tuesday, Wednesday? Tuesday. It's Tuesday. I will see you guys later. I might... Where's my outro? I do need to possibly change my schedule because there's a catch event Friday. I'm most likely going to take off Thursday, chat, because, well, not, I take off and people are like, no, underworking. I probably will not stream Thursday and stream Friday instead for the catch event. So that will probably happen. And then I think there's a Sunday event too, right? Not the catch, having to do all the catch, which I love doing them, has definitely like made my stream schedule way more awkward, not gonna lie. Yeah, there's a Sunday catch event at 11 a.m. and... Okay. We'll see what we do with those. Underworking. True. Okay. But we'll figure that out as it comes to it. For now...